Greetings. This is our first video newsletter of the school year, and thank you so much for tuning in. Basically, I'm going to tell you a rundown of the kinds of things that the kids are going to learn this week so you can know what you can do to supplement at home. Start with math. Last week, we really were focusing on writing numbers using place value in standard form, which is just using digits, and a digit is a number from 0 to 9. Also writing it in word form, which is of course writing it using words. And expanded form is when you add the value of each digit to find the sum. That's expanded form. And model form is when students use base 10 blocks to show a number. This week we will be comparing and ordering numbers using place value. And we'll be having students write about it. So we'll be looking for students to use good math vocabulary in their writing. So they might say, when explaining why 5,641 is greater than 5,300, they might say, I looked in the thousands place and the digit 5 was the same, so then I looked in the hundreds place and the 6 was greater than the 3, so 5,600 was greater than 5,300. So we're going to be looking for that really good math writing, that good vocabulary in their math writing. And students will start their math journals probably this week as well. Also, we'll really start our focus on increasing students' fluency in basic math facts. If you came to back to school night, you received that packet with the addition, subtraction, and multiplication 100 problems. Students will be taking that 4 times a year. If you didn't come to back to school night, I sent in mailboxes, the 3-time tests, and I highly encourage you to photocopy them a bunch of times. Like I said, students will be taking those 3 tests quarterly, so it's the exact same test. It's the basic math facts, and by now we really want students to have mastery of their basic addition facts, and same thing with subtraction. And I've noticed that a lot of students are struggling with subtraction, so that would be a great thing for you to do at home. Another great way to study and review math facts, on the wiki page, when you click on math sites, there's a site called Math Magician, and I really encourage you to get familiar with it. It's a very fun site, it's interactive, and the kids love it. And it's a great way to study math facts, and you can really tailor it to what your child's needs are. For guided reading, we will be studying monitoring comprehension. And monitoring comprehension means, as you're reading, thinking about connections and questions you have, and making predictions as you read, and just kind of reading and thinking. They go together, obviously. Also, we will focus on what happens when you lose your way. A lot of times you'll read something, you'll daydream, you forget what you read. That's normal. And strategies such as rereading, reading it more slowly, stretching, taking a break, that kind of thing, and what to do when you lose your way. We'll also be reading about Indianapolis, specifically the history of Indianapolis, the events and people that changed and made Indianapolis the city that it is. If you are from Indianapolis, if you know a lot about Indy, you would be a great resource for your child. So anything you can do to help out with your kiddo and talk about Indianapolis would be great. Also, if you feel like you might be an expert and you'd like to come talk to the class, definitely let me know. Write me an email or give me a call, and we might be able to use your expertise as we teach Indianapolis. In writing, thank you to everyone who sent in with their children their writing ideas worksheet. We'll be using those a lot when we write our personal narratives. So thank you very much for that. And just keep talking about if anything happened over the weekend. You can really write about that in your writer's notebook. We keep writer's notebooks in our desks, and when ideas come to us, we're welcome to write about it. So I always tell my kids, you don't have to go on a vacation to Europe to have something to write about. You know, you could write about anything that happens to you. In the next week or two, we'll be doing in science. We'll start science, and I participated in a training this summer, and we'll be using our science kit that I received from the training. And the first kit deals with rocks and studying rocks. That should be a lot of fun. As far as general housekeeping is concerned, if you're on this, if you're hearing this rather, if you're watching this, then you're familiar with the wiki page already. You may not be familiar, however, with the form that was sent home in packets, back to school night packets, and I think I also sent it home in Kids Monday folders. And this wiki page really and truly can be an amazing tool. Um, I can teach a lesson and have kids watch it at home. I could have students teach a lesson or um, sing a math song or describe a vocabulary word. There's so many things that we could do with this, and it can be an amazing tool. Um, Also, I take lots of pictures of the students throughout the school day, and I'm happy to upload them on the wiki page. What I will need, though, is for your consent. So please read this over and sign the form so your child can participate. Like I said, we have the kids singing a lot of songs, and you'll be able to see some of the songs that the students sang in last year's class, and of course they all had their parents sign, and they really enjoyed feeling like celebrities, being videotaped and being put on the website. So if it's something that you'd like your child to participate in, and then please fill it out, because I can't have them on the site without your permission. Also, we send home information about scholastic dictionaries. These dictionaries are really and truly for kids. A lot of dictionaries have definitions that the students can't understand because it's way above their level. The scholastic dictionaries, which are $12, have pictures, are really and truly written on a primary level, primary and intermediate level, so kids can really and truly understand them. We use the dictionaries a lot in third grade, a lot. So they really need a dictionary that's something that's on their level. So I know a lot of you have either brought in the $12 or have a student who is in third grade at Allisonville and has the dictionary. That's great, but we really think that the kids need it. And if money is a true issue, on the form there's a place for that. Just indicate that, and we'll do the best we can to work with you. Also on the form, we really request the additional $4 for periodicals. We found this Indianapolis Kids newspaper. One thing that we found was this year we're going to be doing a lot of Indianapolis specific content, and a lot of the Indianapolis content is not on a third grade level, and this newspaper is. So we really appreciate your additional $4. So altogether it's $16, and it's due September 1st, which is Wednesday. So we really appreciate you getting that in so we could order it and have it ready for the kids pretty soon. So thank you for doing that. Again, if you didn't come to back to school night, we missed you, but I'm going to give you a brief overview. And if you did come, this might help as well. Today is Monday, and Monday folders are coming home. You should have some graded work as well as some other additional forms. Please take all the forms out of the folder and then sign it. Sign the form, the signature form in the Monday folder. This will help keep the kids organized. Third graders need help staying organized, so that would be great. And I check the Monday folder signatures on Tuesdays, and I really need it signed by Tuesday or Wednesday. That way I know that you've seen their work. Let's see. Other stuff from back to school night. Birthdays, I know, are a huge deal for third graders. Please don't bring in a cake for me to cut, brownies to slice, anything like that. It takes away from instructional time and planning time, and the kids lose out. So if you do feel the need to bring in a sugary treat for your kiddos, please have it wrapped like a Twinkie or anything like that. Also, you're welcome to bring in a book or an indoor recess board game instead. That would certainly be more useful for the class. So it doesn't have to be a sugary treat, but I know a lot of the kids like that. So just make sure that it's bagged. And just a reminder that Wednesday is gym. Every Wednesday we have gym, so please have the kids wear sneakers. They are not able to participate, and they feel left out. As far as donations for the class, if you feel like you'd like to make a donation, we could use some Ziploc baggies. I use a lot of those, both the gallon size and the lunch, like the lunch bag size. Also, art supplies are useful. Washable paints, Play-Doh. I got some of those pipe cleaners already, but I could use more of those. Anything that allows kids to be creative and show what they know. I have some art supplies. I could always use more. And comic books. If you find some comic books laying around the house and kids aren't reading it, feel free to bring them in. That's a great way to get kids to, and especially boys, really involved in reading. And that's basically all I can think of. But like I said, I'm going to be posting newsletters, video newsletters often. I'll be posting little tips for kids to help them throughout the year. And please check this often. Thank you so much.